Hi, my name is Meena and my student ID is UP 3009618. I am going to discuss about the topic telecommuting. Here are some outlines which I would like to talk about, such as definition of telecommuting, how many different types of telecommuting, advantages and disadvantages of telecommuting, and the different ways as how to implement the telecommuting in an organization. First, I would like to discuss about the definition of telecommuting. It means to work from a remote location, usually a home office, by electronically linking to a company, and it is also considered as the agreed performance of work away from the central workplace. It can be implemented as part of a formal or permanent arrangement where the employment or the employee works away from the central office on a recurring day, or as on ad hoc arrangement where the employee works at home or an alternate location when needed and operationally convenient. Now let us move on to the how many different types of telecommuting we can use in an organization. The first type of telecommuting is working at home. This is the most popular method, one in which the employee designate workplace at home to conduct business functions. The other is neighborhood work centers. Such a center provide workspace for employees of different companies in one location. Each company housing employees at these locations is usually responsible for the administrative and technical requirement for its employees. The other type of telecommuting is satellite offices. These are remote office locations usually placed within a large concentration of employee residences that allow employees at a single company to share common space and reduce the time and expense of the commute to and from the main office facility. The last type is virtual office mobile workers. This is the newest form of telecommuting whereby the telecommuter's office may be an airport or a hotel, maybe or a car. These mobile commuters are continuously on the road and use technology to link to the office. Let us talk about the advantages of telecommuting. It has many advantages. One of the most prominent advantages of telecommuting is it improves employee productivity. To work at home is more effective than when they work out of the office. The primary reason given is that the multiple, seemingly endless interruptions at the office create a work pattern that is subject to repeated restarts. The second advantage is there is flexibility in the schedule. Telecommuters are more productive when they can schedule their actual work time during their most effective periods and around the other demands in their lives. They have the ability to schedule work to accommodate their own internal clocks. The other advantage of telecommuting is it increases the time available for work. Telecommuters contend that it takes productive time out of the work to day wind down from and mentally prepare for the stress associated with commuting to and from work. This is the time that is available and productive to them when they work at home. The next is overhead reductions. Organizations with sophisticated and well planned telecommuting programs have found a number of ways to reduce the space furnishing requirements for employees. Organizations with a large number of telecommuters have actually reduced their office space requirements and as well as their rents by insisting that telecommuting employees share desks and other resources at their company facilities. The next advantage is improved employee retention and attraction. Employees who have experienced the benefits of telecommuting programs tend to prefer these work arrangements and seek out similar opportunities. These employees are attracted to positions and organizations that offer telecommuting programs. Employers also use telecommuting to keep employees who, for various personal reasons, find they can no longer commute to their offices. The other advantage is program continuity. Telecommuting also serves as a mechanism to avoid or minimize external impacts on projects and programs. Telecommuters are less likely to use sick days for their own minor illness rather than take sick time and be unproductive for the entire day. Telecommuters often find that the opportunity to work at home allows projects to proceed. Apart from these advantages, telecommuting has disadvantages too. The disadvantage of telecommuting is no free food. During tight deadline crunches and at team get-togethers, the office brings in lunch for in-person meeting participants. People who work at home are excluded from these major things. The other disadvantage of telecommuting is routing. A person needs to create a go to work routine. For some telecommuting, it is difficult because there is no ramp up time driving to the office, coffee in hand, during which a worker plans out of the day. The other disadvantage is dress up. A person has no reason to dress up. One telecommuting advantage is that it can work all day, but it also means he never have an excuse to wear the professional dresses and nobody compliments him about his dress up. The other disadvantage of telecommuting is miss the meeting after the meeting. A person misses the meeting after the meeting. He sees it all the time when he is in the office. The meeting is over, everyone says farewells, and the folks in the office hang up the speakerphone. Almost immediately, the conversation continues around the conference table in far less inhibited way than it did when everyone was involved. The next disadvantage is time zone. People to fail to recognize time differences. If the home office is on the east coast, some people assume that the person is on the west coast. The other disadvantage is teleconference inadequacies. There are many teleconference inadequacies. Few people understand teleconference adequate and telecommuters spend a lot of time on conference calls. Now I will discuss about the various ways how to implement telecommuting in an organization. The first is educate for the other employees or higher authorities about telecommuting. Oversee or recognize the persons to supervise the project task. Defining the tasks that are not appropriate for telecommuting, and the people who are the participants in the telecommuting should be capable of understanding various way of effective telecommuting. There should be an appropriate policy and procedure of enhancing telecommuting in the organizations, and people who are taking part in telecommuting should also aware of all these policies and regulations. Participants should also aware of the some aspects of information technology which are going on in the organization. Home office should be located at the definite location where the other employees can have go through. The employees should have or give proper training to make the telecommuting more appropriate or effective. First, start and then evaluate it. First, start the process and then evaluate whether it is going in the right direction or not. So, these are some ways which can be implemented to make the telecommuting more effective in the organization. In a nutshell, we can say that telecommuting is great for some employees wishing to work at home are a great job, and the employers don't have to get an office for the working, which saving the time and the cost. Thanks for watching my presentation.